Hey everybody, how are you?
Hey everybody, welcome.
It's Saturday night and welcome back to Dustin and Michelle.
Yes, we're so excited that you're here because we have a fun show again for you about mason jars.
Mason jars. But first, let me tell you how we ended up getting to this.
Yeah,
okay. So I was super excited about producing a short this week. And I thought, why not mason jars? So I started doing some filming and research, and I love research. And when I started to get to the research part, I realized there was absolutely no way I was ever going to be able to fit all this really interesting information that's out there about mason jars into 60 seconds. Yes. Then we sat down and we decided to write up the show for you guys. So we're really excited because there's some really cool info.
Yeah, guys. So join us because this is going to help you find, we see these everywhere for the most part. And for the most part, I've just sort of looked past them because for one, it's glass. For two, I didn't really realize that some of these can go for upwards of $300, $400, $500. So it's good to know what to look out for. And we're going to help you figure that out. Hopefully here we got some examples of some mason jars that Michelle, you had found, a nice little collection of them, to give you some sort of examples as we go through these because
they're really beautiful. And one of the things is that they never go out of style, especially the blue ones, because if you like shabby chic, a lot of like interior designers use them and people just love them. They're timeless.
Yeah, right. And let's show you like an example here of what an interior designer might use these
Look
for.
at how pretty. Oh my gosh. Now we're going to get to the part where there's a lot of replicas, and we know that because once something is amazing, other people want to do the same thing. Yeah. But these colors, holy cow, I love them.
Right. And I wonder if these are actual colors, that somebody has collected, or if they sort of stain the inside of these or what. Yeah, really cool. So, you can do anything with this, right? You can throw marbles in there. You can throw
matchsticks,
other sort of books.
You can use it for paper clips. You can keep them in your office. You can put flowers in them. You can, all kinds of cool stuff.
So there's a pretty big reason why these are really collectible still. So let's talk about a little bit of history about the mason jar. So where did the name come from? A guy named Mason.
Mr. Mason.
Patented this in 1858. When it was realized that you can actually preserve food with these. Now, it was a necessity back then without refrigeration.
Right.
So it had to be, you had to do this canning process, and then you were able to eat in the winter,
through the winter time, right? You don't really think about that. So
so it was a necessity back then. And what happened?
So they became really trendy, and they realized that people really loved the blue color. So back in the day, they're thinking, oh, how do I keep creating this cool blue color? So they would mess around with adding different little elements into it to get those really pretty blue colors. And then I found out some really cool info is that there's one particular element that they would add into the blue glass, and when it was exposed to daylight or sunlight, it actually turned purple. So if you find a pale purple one, oh my gosh, that means they were either at the beginning of a batch or at the end of a batch.
Also, if you find a purple one, you got some money there because they're not very they're pretty rare. So
they are pretty rare.
Color is definitely one of the things you want to look for when scanning. You see a big pile of mason jars and you see some that are blue, green, purple. Those are the ones you want to grab first.
That's what caught my eye. I saw a blue one and I was like, oh, pretty. And then I started doing my research. So yeah,
so cool. So also, back in the day, bootleggers made these really popular. They use these a lot for moonshine and all that. And there's actually a variation of the ball jar. It said number 13 on the bottom. And this is a story that why number 13s are a little more valuable. So this is just another variation of what to look for. Look for your ball jars with a number 13. This has a Goodwill sticker still because we just got these. So
here's one without.
Oh, okay, there we go. This is number 20. Okay, so
this is number.
That one doesn't. Oh, number 16. It looks like.
It looks like number
16.
Number 16.
So unfortunately not 13, but so bootleggers why they're the story of why they're so rare is because they would smash them because the number 13 was unlucky back then.
Exactly. And now they're so sought after. It's absolutely incredible. And it's interesting because the first caps for these ball mason jars were made out of zinc. And so they made the jars, and then they realized that the number 13 was becoming so popular that then everybody wanted to match the 13 with the 13 lid, because some of these lids were actually produced with a number on the inside too.
Right. And we actually don't have any examples right here of
I wish the 13.
Old zinc, well, even the old zinc lids. We have very modern lids on these that we have here as examples, but look for the older, like sort of not rusty, but zinc, like that really soft, type of lid there. Look for those as well.
Cool.
So when we come to, there's a lot of different brands, right? The most popular probably being Ball.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of websites out there that are going to help you identify those. We have like a cheat sheet, and we have
Atlas is another one that you want to look out to for as well. Yeah.
Yes, that's another brand. Kerr, you probably Kerr. You've probably seen those as well. Those ones individually on their own aren't as valuable. If you get a box of them or something that are still new or something. But for the most part, there's going to be rare ones in just about every brand. There's also Globe is another rare brand.
I just think this is such a cool thing to learn about, because next time you go to an estate sale and, God forbid, grandpa passes away, maybe they were canning. Maybe they were doing this. Check the cupboards. Look, I'm going to now.
Yeah, now that I know, a little bit more of what to look for.
Yeah,
this is great.
I won't blow through the clear glass aisle or glass aisle so quickly. You're like, oh my gosh, no, thanks, keep going.
Right.
That's no glass.
That's kind of how it's it usually is. But if there's a $200 piece of glass, I'm gonna deal with it. Also, a couple other brands that have made these mason jars in the past: Anchor Hawking. There's Imperial. So, go ahead and take a look for those. And we have somebody in here, Wendy Allenson. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, guys. It's me and Adrena tuning in. Hey, Adrena.
Hi, Adrena.
Oh, my gosh. I miss you so much. That's my niece, Adrena. Miss you so much. You just turned 10 years old. Happy birthday.
Oh, my gosh. Happy birthday.
Yeah. And Adrena loves to see Luna getting in on the action. Yeah, Luna is the star of the show. Here.
Every time we turn on the camera.
Yeah, she pops in.
It's so funny.
Yeah. So, guys, thanks for stopping in and saying hello. We really appreciate it. So, and we can't wait to see you again. Oh, my gosh. So, all right. So, moving on to
some examples.
Yeah.
I want to see some examples of some of these amazing pieces. I know you've got some awesome picks for us.
Oh, well, okay, so actually we have examples here, but we're gonna go over some sold items. We're gonna we'll see what has sold lately on eBay.
Cool.
Yeah, but let's check out some of these examples that we have here in front of you.
Okay.
So I have heard that these tiny little ones are actually a little more sought after. You could use these. You could put this in your bathroom. You could put like Q-tips in it or something. People can use these for anything, not only canning fruit.
Right.
So
yeah, cotton balls, Q-tips, paper clips, Matchbox, marbles, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Candy.
Right. Candy. All right. So and you'll see here that there's different variations of the Ball logo. Now, I think so we actually have two of these right here.
Yes.
These ones right here we figured are actually antique, and we'll tell you why. These are considered antique because they're over 100 years old. We'll show you. This is the blue glass, the Ball right here. This is what you want to find here, and we'll show you how to tell exactly why.
Yeah.
Now some other Ball jar examples, honey. You got some over there.
Sure. I just have a couple basic ones. These are the ones that people bring in, 15 at a time and want to, think they're going to get $25 a piece. And generally it's like 5 to 7. But this is your classic Ball jar, right? Mason. It says right here, Mason. It's the only writing here besides that logo. And there's like a motif of a fruit.
Yeah, like the vine on the back there. Yeah. So we're going to see a lot of those white ones. Now, this one right here is like a little bit bigger. Is that maybe
It's the wide mouth.
Wide mouth?
Yes.
All right. So these ones right here if you can find these in the blue or whatever color, that's going to be even better, obviously. Yeah. But I'm, bigger the better. I'm not sure. I think it's how old it is, the rating on it, all that. If there's a 13 on there or something, that's what's going to make it more valuable.
Yeah, the colors make it easy to look for and easy to like identify right away. And there's one more thing I wanted to say because I thought it was really cool, and that is there's an amber shade, and the amber shade was used for medicinal purposes, which is kind of cool. Okay. So they were used probably at apothecaries and things like that. So if you find an amber one, sweet.
Yeah, amber is one of the more rare colors along with purple. And this one that you found, honey, I think is probably the best of the bunch right here. It's the green one.
Oh, isn't it pretty?
It is antique by the logo and how it's spelt and how it appears. And we will go over that with you. You see like a sort of like squiggly B there, and then the cursive A that drops down. It's called a drop A. So there's a lot of different little identifying marks that are gonna tell you how old this is.
It's such a pretty green color. Oh my goodness! Right? I'm gonna pick this off.
And of course, here is some other examples. Here's one by Anchor Hawking.
I love the one with the anchor on it. Isn't that precious? That'd be so cute with like a little bit of sand and some seashells from the beach.
Right. Yeah. This is really cool. Now, this one in particular isn't worth as much. I mean, maybe $8 to $10 I was seeing. We might be able to get for this one, but still.
It's like it's kind
of like a coffee cup.
Somebody has this and needs another one. Who knows? You never know.
That's true.
This one with the anchor on it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it's adorable.
It is adorable. Is it resellable and profitable?
Maybe not.
But they're like you said, there is somebody that has that one, and
they're so cute in the bathroom too, with stuff in them.
Right. Here's another one by a brand Jardine. Here's another blue shade.
Jardine means garden.
Okay.
In French.
Very nice. Now we can tell this is not vintage or modern just by the UPC code on it on the bottom here.
Dead giveaway.
It also says not food safe, so that's strange.
Not food
this
safe?
Is probably just made for decoration.
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Well, hello there.
So yeah, guys, check out different brands, but we're going to talk a little bit more about the ball brand because that's the one that we're going to see the most often. I would say. Yeah. All right, so here's the again an example of what can be done with the interior decorating with these here. Now here's a little cheat sheet on the ball brand.
I love this.
Right? Okay, so now we're going to see in the top left corner from 1885 to 1886, only a couple years this logo was used. That was the very first one that they came out with. It's sort of like a mix of C and a couple of B's, C and M and O. What is it? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But if you see that logo, that's a really old one. So pick that up. And then the one right next to it, you'll see is all caps. That's kind of what they call that right there. That means it's still made before 1900 or 1900, 1892 to 1896. That one was produced.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. I love the evolution of the label. It's just, they're very swirly in some, and then in others, they're like, forget it. We're not feeling swirly anymore. Right. In other years, it was like, woo!
Exactly. Right.
Look at that 1900. They were like, hey, we're going to give ourselves an extra squirrely whirly.
Yes. And you'll see that down there, the one from 1900 to 1910 on the left there in the middle.
Yeah.
And you'll see that at the end of the ball there, it almost looks like a third L. And that's what that's called, actually, is the third L. So if you see that third L on a ball, you know that it's produced from 1900 to 1910, which is pretty cool. Now, the ones that we are seeing is the one that is right in the middle there. And that's the ones we have the examples of.
19.
So, yes. Now, we have to sort of disregard any numbers that are on the mason jars themselves. Like some will say patent 1858. That was just the patent year. And so a lot of these numbers we have to disregard. They're not going to tell you the date.
By batch too, right?
By batch is actually the number on the bottom. So this was like, say this one says 16. That was the mold, the number mold. So there was like more than 16 molds in that factory. This was made on mold number 16. that's what that tells you on the bottom of the ball jar there.
Yeah, you would think it would be really super and big and important, but the label's more important than the writing underneath it.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, so as we go back to this example here, we see that we're talking about the one in the middle, 1900 to 1923. And that one, as you can see, has that drop A again. It has that like sort of cursive A. And it has, when you look at the B, it's sort of like a squiggly line B, like you were saying, Michelle.
Yeah.
And so you want to look for that. And that's exactly what we have here, guys, in these blue ones. So I'm going to try to help so you can see that. But you see the squiggly B there in the middle, and then the drop A on the thing there.
Yeah.
And then there's no like third L or anything like that. So that tells us that this was made in between 1900 and 1923, which makes it antique, because antique is considered 100 years old, and that would be anything from 1924 and back. So these are considered antiques. That's pretty awesome. So when we continue on with this sort of evolution of the name here, they're very subtle differences, but they're very telling. You know, it's very apparent. So, and we'll see down here as they start getting more into like the vintage 1933 on up to the present. We've got the squiggly B in 1933, and then they get rid of that drop A and the squiggle and the B from 1960 on into the present. And if you see in the bottom right hand corner there, if you see the trademark R on the bottom of the ball logo, that's from 1975 and on. So that's going to be your probably least valuable.
Yeah.
So if you see that R
that's
trademark,
that's an easy thing to look for, though.
Yeah, to see that trademark, you know,
cat hair.
Just forget about it. Yeah. Trademark is some of the newer stuff. So yeah, I don't know. That's a pretty straightforward way to date your ball jars.
Also the names.
Yes, there are a bunch of names, and we're actually going to go to this page here, and I'm very thankful for this page because it's very informational, and this sort of actually just sort of more or less is going to help with what we were just saying here, is more of dating the logo.
Yeah. Now
here is a page from WikiHow. So we're just very apparent of where we're finding all this information. It's a very helpful page here. So we'll check this out. Now, again, here is the all caps from 1892 to 1896. They continued using that. Yeah, I'm sorry. They started using the cursive style lettering after that. So in 1892 to 1896, it's very subtle differences. Look at this, guys. Oh
the drop A, a little bit.
Drop A, barely, right?
Hardly.
Yeah, it's just like a different font. You know?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going into, like I said here, here's the third L logo, or the three L's.
Yep.
That was only produced for 10 years, but it is like almost, not an error, but you know, they probably realized that and stopped.
There's a little squirrely whirly there at the end,
it was
too.
like, ba la 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 la. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So they finally realized the ba la 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 la.
I have hair all over my face, you guys. I'm so sorry. It's like stuck to my lipstick. I love my cat, but holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry, hon.
Oh, it's okay. So from 1910 to 23, they dropped that, and they started using also the dropped A, like we were just showing you.
Yeah.
So they got rid of the third L, started using the drop A, and without an underscore here, you know, we're still getting something that's going to be, it's not quite antique. Up
the
to
A has changed. Yeah.
The A is no longer a drop A, and there's no underscore, no underline on it. Again, 33 to 62, there's an underline and no drop A, and back to a squiggly B. So you're going to probably need to reference this, guys, until you really figure it, or just really kind of memorize these, I guess.
Yeah.
But a general rule of thumb, here's the 1960 till date. It's just a very straightforward, sort of cursive, very liney, you know. And then, of course, if it has the trademark R right under the ball, that means it's from 1975 on. So it's still considered vintage, perhaps. So Here is another thing on locating other identifying marks.
Christmas lettering.
Christmas lettering.
That's fancy.
See, and that's maybe another word for the triple L.
Yeah,
let's read about it. It says the mason jars with Christmas lettering have a unique design that doesn't use the original printed or traditional cursive lettering. Instead, the lettering is calligraphy. And the jar reads Mason's patent as well. So I would say, I mean, that, yeah, it's like calligraphy, I guess. Maybe that L is actually a little bit bigger.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay, I see. And of course, the words. Okay, check this out. This is really a really good thing to check out here.
Yeah, and it's fun because we have some of them.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Yes, right here. Okay, so this one is actually a little bit different. We'll have to show you when the screen is big. But here are some of the the words that you'll find on these ball jars. Improved means they used it from 1858 to 1890s, 1900 to 1933. So if you see the word improved, pick it up. That's one of the oldest ones.
Oh, yeah, very valuable.
As well.
Potentially. Yeah,
exactly. As well as special, perfect, sanitary.
Ooh.
Those are all ones that are going to be antique ball jars. At least 100 years old. So special, perfect, sanitary, and improved are the ones to look for. Also, ideal could have been used from 1915 to 1962. So definitely vintage, at least, maybe antique.
Yeah.
And then there's a word eclipse as well. That is definitely vintage.
Eclipse.
Let's see, there's a couple other ones. There's also square. And those were only produced in 1925, so only 1 year.
Yeah, that shape is really, really interesting. It's more of the square shape, right?
Okay, yep. The square jars with the word square. Only for 1 year they were produced.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about it for the words. Now there's also a couple of different shapes to look out for. This one has sort of like a what, like not hourglass, but
it's more it's
contour shape.
Ergonomic, maybe you would say.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Okay.
But if you see one of these sort of shaped ones, you know that they were produced from the 1920s to the 1930s. One is called bootleggers, the other is coffee, and they're both like 40 ounce.
Oh my gosh. Can I just interject one little thing?
Oh,
okay, so when you are looking for the name on this, I just want to make it clear so everybody knows. Underneath the ball is where you're going to find the word. This one says perfect. So the ball says perfect, and then some like ideal, the ones we just showed you. I just wanted to show you guys where it is because it's fairly obvious. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, totally. And then okay, so that one says perfect.
Yeah.
Now we actually haven't totally researched this one, but this one says perfection, guys.
Yeah, and that was not listed. If you noticed, I was looking at it while we had the chart up, and that date is actually not on there. And I know that's not all the information. I mean, there's so much information about this, you guys. Holy cow.
Yeah, so we have not found this particular word on a mason jar before. So this could be extremely rare. This might be just something that we'll find research and that it's, worth something.
It's cool. Even the font is interesting. I'm psyched.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I'm psyched too to look out.
Yeah.
See what that one's gonna be worth. Now what else are let's see, we're looking at also
those are the ergonomic ones. Cool.
The different shapes. Now, the different colors, of course, are what you want to look for. Like we said, they're the easiest to spot.
That's amber, right? That looks like it could be medicinal, wouldn't you say?
The amber to brownish, were made in the 50s, looks like. And then the bluish ones, if you see a blue ball, it's older. I believe they stopped producing those in like 1938 or 1937, it says.
Close, baby.
No, thank you. So, again, now about the variations. Now, there's also errors with these. There's a few different spellings of perfect, if you find that perfect one, that is pretty common. Well, the errors aren't common, but there's common errors, like PERFFET, PEPRET, like...
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Someone needs to go back to school.
Right. Oh, my gosh. And we heard about this amazing book. Here's a picture of it right here.
Yes! That is the Bible of fruit canning jars, right?
Right. What is it called?
It's called literally the Red Book, number 12. It says the Collector's Guide to Old Fruit Jars. It literally gives you the dates of everything, what they look like, prices and guides to everything. Literally, it's the Bible, and I've heard really good things about it.
The Bible of mason jars.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hey, that was harmonious.
It was very nice. All right. Well, we should, make some more harmonious music.
Look at this ball at mason jar. It's upside
right?
down. He's special, right?
Upside down. It is special. And I remember reading about this, that these ones in particular were made for coffee, or I believe in storing coffee, upside down coffee dispenser.
Oh.
Yeah. So there must have been a machine that maybe ground the beans or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you see one of these, they were only made for 10 years and they're antiques.
Upside down, easy to spot.
Very much, yes.
Yes.
Easy to spot, for sure. And again, like I was saying about knowing which labels to disregard.
Right.
You want to, it says right here, the Bell Mason jars were produced for many years with the year 1958 printed on them, but this is no indication of the age of the jar itself. Rather, 1858 was the year that John Mason was granted the patent for his mason jar design.
Aha.
So that's just saying, and again here, 1908 was just maybe another significant year for Ball. And saying here, ignore the mold number. Again, mason jars have the number printed on the bottom. This is the mold number that does not indicate the year of production.
Right. Except number 13. Remember, number 13 is the good one.
Yes. If you see one with number 13, it's going to be a little more desirable. Absolutely. So, all right. So this is just a pretty general idea of what to look for when you're looking at Ball mason jars.
Yeah, definitely.
And Harry Humstone, hey, what's up, man? Thanks for joining us. Harry Humstone sells those all the time, the old mason jars. Well, that's great to hear.
Yeah, that is great to hear. Wonderful.
Yes, we're just getting into it ourselves, learning, and we wanted to share everything that we've been learning because this is something that we think is really overlooked, honestly, by a lot of people that are reselling. Just because one, they're glass. 2, they're glass.
3, they're glass.
3, they're glass. But these are really thick glass. This is not something that's gonna, this is like a coffee mug or something. You can store these pretty easily.
It's a piece of history. The older ones, they're made beautifully. Absolutely.
Yeah, and a lot of them are worth money. So actually, what we're gonna do now is show you.
This is unreal.
Right. I mean, some of these are actually going for. Now we'll see. Now we're searching eBay here for vintage mason jar, and we see that there are 8,900 results here. Now these are available. So 8,900 results available, and we're going to go down to sold and see that 1,800 have sold. Wow. So that's about a 1 in 4 sell-through rate, 25-30% sell-through rate. Not the greatest, but check out what some of these are going for. So this one is a vintage Holtz jar cream. I've never heard of that.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Brand before, but it also has this really intricate, cool looking coffee grinder looking thing
on the top of it.
$577 with 28 bids. Guys.
Wow, 28 bids. That means that people really knew what that was.
That's a very legit thing that there's collectors out there that are just chomping at the bit to get this rare mason jar.
Mason jars, timeless.
Right. Now here is just a vintage antique Ball mason jars. Now I'm not sure if that is a bunch of jars or just one. But $500. We'll have to look at exactly what that was.
Look at the next one. It's the amber one.
Yeah, here's 2.
I'm fascinated by them.
Absolutely. So here's 2 amber mason jars right in a row here. One's a little darker, almost a brown.
Yeah.
Went for $399 with best offer, so a little bit less than that. Free shipping. Just crazy, guys. Wow.
Wow.
Here's another burnt orange, yellow amber. It has a Maltese cross. I'm not sure if this is a mason jar or not, but it went for $379.
Yeah.
Another rare one.
Here's a nice one. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It's a mini.
It's a mini.
It's a mini.
Miniature ball. We got a salesman sample right here. And it looks like it has a spelling error. I can see it right here. PERTECT.
No way.
So that must and it says it's a salesman sample. So if they're carrying around a salesman sample with an error, that's pretty funny. But $338 for that tiny little, look, he's holding it in his hand.
It's so little. It's like this big.
$338, guys. Whoa.
Oh my gosh. If I sneezed, I would break it.
It looks like it, right?
Totally.
Here are some stone mason jars, now made by the company Red Wing. It's out of Minnesota, down south in Minnesota, or southern Minnesota, I should say. And another very popular pottery company when it comes to collecting. They also had some mason jars, looks like, and they go for some really good money.
Holy, $229.
Look at that! Wow, and that's so easily spottable too. I'll remember that next time I see it.
Oh yeah, I absolutely will. Totally. Hey, check out this next perfect mason jar.
Oh, good.
Perfect.
Here we go.
Okay, so here's our perfect one, but it doesn't look the same, as you can tell.
Yeah, this one looks a little taller, maybe a little bit bigger. I can't see if that is a spelling error on the perfect there, but we have a nice blue one. It's number 5 on the bottom, it says. Why it is rare, why they're saying it's rare, I'm not sure. But it looks like they have the date right with the logo there. So here we go. Some other brands here. This is a Sun brand, Mason fruit jar. Very light aqua, if it is.
Pretty shape. Look at the shape of the neck on that. That's beautiful. And there were 2 bits on that for $200.
Right. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, these different kind of lids, these pressurized lids. Lots of different variations in the lids.
I'm so excited to go to a big barn sale now and go bury myself over in the glass. He's like, great. Then we're gonna have to ship all this glass.
Well, this stuff ain't so bad. If these are worth even $20 or $30, I'll deal with it. That's fine.
They are made well. They're thick.
$5 to $10 mason jars, I don't really want to deal with, honestly.
Yeah.
But if they're going to be worth $20, $30, $100 to $300, yes.
Yeah, but if you're looking for any kind of return, they'll give you some. We might not want 10, but maybe somebody else wants 10. 5 a day. Hey, money's money, right?
Right. So here's some more examples of what to look for while you're out there. There's a 20-inch vintage 4-gallon, bicentennial mason jar. So this one's pretty special right here. It's got like the cool lid on top.
Wow, it's big.
For sure. Those are large ones.
I love the next one because it's a lot of 12 of them. So if you run into a lot of vintage, lot of 12, this is 12 perfect mason. See, now you know perfect. Half-gallon fruit jars with a rare box.
Yeah, I think that should have gone for a heck of a lot more.
I agree.
12 of them with the original box, you think one of these might go for, well, here's one right below. It looks just about the same.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, $165 with 5 bids. Now they're saying this had a rare, like, amber swirl.
I can see it at the bottom of it.
Yep, I can see it too.
Wow.
It's a little bit of yellowish in there. So maybe that's why that one was a little more valuable.
Yeah, they were switching it over from amber to green.
Yeah, really cool. So here's another brand, ABGA, went for $158 with 8 bids. So that's legit. I got that collector. Here's a super rare one right here.
How about ones that are in like the $50 price range?
Okay.
Just to see if we can find. Is that okay? Just to see if we can find anything that we'll maybe run into. Sure.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more. So we'll go to the $45 to $50 range here. We'll search for that.
I always like to do that just to refresh my memory or.
So what we're seeing here, So what we're seeing here so far is a couple of lots. They're going for 50. Here is this looks like one of the contoured glass ones here. A 5-gallon jar. Oh wow. Okay.
That's a big one.
18 inches tall. So you'll spot that one right away.
I don't want to ship. Yeah.
Here's some brand new ball. A 6-pack here. 100-year anniversary. So it must have been like in the 50s, actually. Maybe they're vintage style, it says right there. Okay.
Still just around $45 or so.
Yeah. Here's one right here. Half-gallon dropped A ball special mason fruit jar. So there are a few of the keywords there. We got a blue, we got a half-gallon, the dropped A, which we learned about, and
the name special.
Right. So all those keywords are going to help that collector find exactly what they're looking for. Some more in the $50 range. We have, what's this here? How about here's another amber one, Lightning Mason. There's another,
pretty.
Another cool. Go ahead, sir.
I was going to say it's interesting because even in the $50 range, they're unique. Like, when you look at them, it's not just like the regular, mason jar. It looks different. They're still different shaped. It seems like some of them have the interesting necks, like this one right there. Idea Blue Mason bicentennial set of 4 jars.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Those they sell, they didn't sell for a lot, but look at them. They're very pretty.
They are very pretty. Just those 4 things on a shelf will look very nice. And, that's another thing why people collect them. So here are some blue quart jars.
Baby blue. Look how pretty that is.
Yeah, that's a different blue right there.
I think
haven't really
so.
Seen that one there. So I wonder if those are actually vintage or it says vintage style. That's why.
That's cool. Okay.
So they're new, but just say vintage style. Also we have look at this. It's got marbles in it already. How cool does that look, right?
Cute. You can put seashells in these and sand and rocks.
Do whatever your creative heart desires. You can do with these.
Love it.
Right. Okay. So here's another amber ball, perfect mason jar, half gallon, $50.
For one, you could probably get that thing for like 25 cents at Grandma's Real, like estate sale or even church sales. Those would be good places to look for things like that.
Barn sales. And
the barn sales.
Oh my gosh. Here's an olive green mason jar.
Oh yeah.
It says, this must be a ball because it said patent. $48 with 7 bids. Here's a Mason's. I don't know if that's the brand even. So again, guys, wow! Look at all these, $50 mason jars that you can scoop up.
Those are going to be the ones. Easily. Yeah, those are going to be the ones that you run into more frequently. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And here he says, I sold a milk bottle tonight. Awesome. Congrats.
That's cool.
Some big money. Don't be scared of glass if you know how to ship it. Oh, I know. Absolutely. We have tons of bubble wrap. We have like a bubble wrap machine maker.
That was a joke. He is like, our whole house is covered in bubble wrap.
I know. Yeah.
And eBay tape.
Right. eBay tape, bubble wrap. Air pillows. We have air pillow maker. We're not afraid of glass. We'll skip most of it. We'll say.
Yeah, I mean, if it's worthwhile, we'll put the time into it.
For sure. Harry also says amber is a good color when it comes to old bottles like Coke and glass insulators. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you for those tips.
Yeah, absolutely. We actually have some glass insulators that went on the top of the electric poles. We actually have a few of those that you probably remember us finding in a yard sale video not too long ago, the infamous Clinton Road video.
So Clinton Road.
I know. We still have yet to list those insulators, but
we have our death pile.
Oh my gosh, right? I know. Monster Pickers, hey guys.
Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, how are you guys doing?
Here comes Luna again.
Super glad that you made it in tonight, as well as Donna. Hey guys, hey Donna.
How are you guys doing? Mom. Oh hey Mom.
Yeah, I hope you and Tony are doing awesome. Looking good. Yes, you are.
Oh, thank you. I just wanted to say a shout out to Lucky Love for giving me this beautiful Martha dress. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to model it for you for 1 second, if that's okay.
Oh, yes. Okay.
It's like a really cute little wrap. It's like a little it's a dress and a house dress. Not really though, because it's got these like really cool pockets. So anyways, it's so comfortable. I can't wait to wear it to the beach next week.
Oh my gosh.
And so I want to say thank you, Lucky Love, for giving me this beautiful
oh my gosh,
and comfy dress.
We're so grateful. Michelle, you're working so hard at some other things, and people are giving you stuff to do reviews.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's pretty awesome. So
very thankful.
Very proud, very thankful.
Yeah.
Nice work, honey.
Thanks, babe.
All right.
We make a good team.
Absolutely. Monster Pickers is saying Luna is so adorable, and so is your mom saying hi to Luna.
Where is Luna? She's usually in the background ripping up ripping up
Yeah.
What did she do that with the cardboard?
Cardboard
Yeah.
or the plastic bags or something.
Yeah, and I usually have to go and get her.
I miss you from Adrena. Oh, I miss you too, Adrena. We'll see you soon though. We'll come back and say hello, of course.
And visit.
And my mom says the dress is adorable.
Thanks. It's so comfy. I really love it. Thanks.
Yeah. All right, guys. So
all right. So
thank you.
Before anything, if you like the kind of content that we create, let us know. Like and subscribe. We have been doing so much incredible work lately that we cannot wait to get just get it out there, get the film out there.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we have tons of fun stuff we're planning on doing. We already have shots and need editing, stuff like that. So stay tuned, guys.
Fun stuff, great deals, so amazing. And we can't wait to see you guys on Tuesday night because we're going to watch video, right?
Yeah, we got a fun video plan on some more retail arbitrage. So yeah, guys, so join us on Tuesday. Of course, Thursday for our what sold videos for that previous weekend. And yeah, guys, a lot more fun doing shorts and these live shows every Saturday night. So stay tuned, tell all your friends. Yeah, guys.
Thanks for spending time with us tonight. We can't wait to see you guys.
Hey guys, take care.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us.